Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see extension of wattmeter range. These are the some contents: multi-range wattmeter, wattmeters range extension using CT and PT, and we will see numerical based on this range extension. So first point is regarding multi-range wattmeter. So different valued multipliers can be used to change the range of applied voltages in the same as in case of voltmeter. Switches are used to select between different values. To change the current ranges, the field coils are switched from series to parallel connection. The scale, controls and circuit of an electrodynamic multi-range wattmeter is shown in the figure. From the figure, you can see any value of voltage among 60 volt, 120 volt and 240 volt can be selected using switch SB and multiplier resistors connected in series. Switch SA is provided to select the current range. When the switch is on the right side, the field coils get connected in series, and when switch is set on the left side, the field coils get connected in parallel. Here switch SA is shown and switch SB. Okay, switch SB is for selection of voltage range and switch SA is provided to select the current range. When range switches are set to 120 volt and 1 ampere, the scale indicates the value directly in watts and full scale deflection of 120 watt occurs. Okay, for 120 volt and 1 ampere, so for 1 ampere and 120 volt, the scale indicates the value directly in watts. So here it will be 120 watts. Okay. Similarly, for 240 volt and 0.5 ampere ranges are selected, the scale again indicates the reading in watt. To determine the full scale deflection power, the selected current and voltage ranges are multiplied together. Now consider an example where the current and voltage ranges for a wattmeter are set at 1 ampere and 60 volt. Okay, for example, we will consider 1 ampere and 60 volt respectively. The instrument will give full scale deflection equal to 60 watt. Okay, 60 watt. How 60 watt? The multiplication of current and voltage, that is 60 watt. However, the actual voltage and current applied to the instrument is 120 volt and 0.5 ampere. Then the power for actual readings comes out to be 60 watt, because here again, if we are considering 120 volt and 0.5 ampere, then again multiplication of these two will be 60 and unit will be watt. This example shows that the meter indicates a reasonable deflection. The insulation on the moving coil will be destroyed due to overheating, as the twice of maximum current flows through the moving coil. Generally, the load for which power measurement is being done has a constant supply voltage which does not change with a change in load current. Hence, the moving coil carries a constant current which is in proportion to the supply voltage. As a result, the instrument deflection becomes proportional to the load current and calibration of scale can be done linearly. When load current and voltage are much higher than the normal wattmeter limits, the instrument transformer are used to extend the range of wattmeter. Okay, here range extension using CT and VT. So when load current and voltage are much higher than the normal wattmeter limits, the instrument transformers are used to extend the range of wattmeter. It needs a current transformer. Okay, it needs a current transformer, that is CT, to reduce the load current, and voltage transformer, that is VT, to reduce the load voltage to a suitable level. That means the purpose of current transformer is to reduce the load current, and the need of voltage transformer VT, or we can say PT, is to reduce the load voltage to the suitable level. The wattmeter circuit with these instrument transformers is shown in the figure. So here this side supply is given. So here CT is connected, on the right side PT is connected. Okay, CT is connected in series, and on the right side load is connected. The ratio of current and voltage transformers are given as CT ratio is I1 upon I2 and VT ratio is V1 upon V2. So for current transformer I1 by I2, and for potential or voltage transformer it is V1 by V2. To determine the actual value of load power, a factor is multiplied to the wattmeter reading, since the wattmeter indicates the product of CT and VT outputs. This multiplication factor is given by the relation which is given here. Multiplication factor equals to I1 by I2 into V1 by V2. Okay. The transformers are subjected to phase angle errors induced due to transformers. Hence, these errors must be considered while measuring power to prevent inaccurate results. In addition, the values of transformer ratio must be known accurately for precise measurement. Okay. So here in this point, range extension of wattmeter using CT and VT. These points are important. CT ratio is I1 by I2. For VT, it is V1 by V2, and multiplication factor is required to determine the actual value of load power, and this factor is multiplied to the wattmeter reading, since the wattmeter indicates the product of CT and VT outputs. Okay, and it is I1 by I2 into V1 by V2. The transformers are subjected to phase angle errors induced due to these transformers, instrument transformers, and hence these errors must be considered while measuring power to prevent inaccurate results. Okay. And in addition, the value of transformer ratio must known accurately for precise measurement. Okay. Next we will see one numerical. The range of an electrodynamic wattmeter is extended by using instrument transformers having CT ratio equal to 5 and VT ratio equal to 3. If load voltage and current are given to be 230 volt and 6.2 ampere and the phase angle between them is equal to 33 degree, then calculate the following multiplication factor first, and second is power measured by the wattmeter. Okay, so in this numerical, CT ratio and VT ratio is given, and we have to calculate multiplication factor as well as power measured by the wattmeter. Okay, so here given values are written, that is I1 is 6.2 ampere and V1 is given, that is 230 volt. Then as we discussed, CT ratio and VT ratio are given. CT ratio is given as 5 and VT ratio is given as 3. And here phase angle is also given, and phase angle between this I1 and V1. Okay, this phase angle is given and it is phi equals to 33 degrees. Okay, so the current transformer ratio, or we can say CT ratio, is given by the relation, that is I1 upon I2. Okay, here it is written I1 by I2. So from this relation we can write I2 equals to I1 upon CT ratio. Okay, so I2 equals to I1 by CT ratio. If we substitute the values in this expression, that means I1 and CT ratio, these values are known. So if we substitute these values, then we will get I2 as I1 is 6.2 and CT ratio is given as 5. So if we calculate this, we will get 1.24 amperes. Okay, we are calculating current, so unit is ampere and value of I2 is 1.24 ampere. Similarly, we have voltage transformer ratio VT, that is VT ratio equals to, we know that voltage transformer ratio is V1 by V2. Similarly, like current transformer, we can write V2 equals to V1 by voltage transformer ratio. So we have to substitute the values in this expression, V1 by VT ratio. Okay, so here V1 is 230, that is given, also VT ratio is given as 3. So if we calculate this, we will get 76.67 volt. Okay, we have calculated value of V2. So unit of voltage is volt and value is 76.67. Okay, then next, multiplying factor or multiplication factor. So to calculate this one, we have the formula, that is I1 by I2 into V1 by V2. So we have to substitute the values in this expression. Multiplication factor equals to I1 by I2 into V1 by V2. So we know the values. This is the CT ratio, this is the VT ratio. So if we substitute the values, multiplication factor equals to, CT ratio is 5 and VT ratio is 3. So multiplication factor is 15. It is simple calculation. Okay. This is first part. Okay, the multiplication factor we have calculated, that is 15. Now Second part, measure power measured by wattmeter. Okay, so here the power in an electrodynamic wattmeter is given by P equals to VI cos phi. So to calculate this one, we have we should have these values, that is value of V, sorry, V2, I2 and cos phi. Okay, we have calculated V2 and I2. If you see here, I2 is 1.24 ampere and V2 is 76.67 volt. Okay, I2 and V2, and we know the phase angle. So here V2 is 76.67, I2 is 1.24 and into cos phi. Okay, phi we already know, that is phase angle is given between voltage and current, that is 33 degrees. Okay, cos 33. Then here expression is 76.67 into 1.24 into cos 33. So the value of power will be 79.73 watts. Okay, the unit of power is watts, and after calculating the expression, we are getting the value of power is 79.73 watt. Okay, so here in this video we have seen the multi-range wattmeter. Okay, here we have seen in multi-range wattmeter, here options are there for voltage range and current range selection. There are two switches, S and SB. After selecting particular values or particular range, we are getting the uh, desired output in watts. Okay, and in second part, here in range extension using CT and PT, we have seen. So by using CT and PT, okay, current transformer and voltage transformer or potential transformer, CT and PT, we can extend the range of wattmeter. So purpose of CT is to reduce the current level, and for voltage transformer it is used to reduce the voltage level. Okay, then to reduce the voltage level to a suitable level. Okay, this is range extension using CT and PT. After that we have seen numerical, one simple numerical in which we have calculated multiplication factor as well as power measured by wattmeter. If we know the formulas, then we can simply calculate these required parameters. So this is numerical based on the range extension. So thank you for watching this video. In next video we will discuss about the measurement of speed, power factor and frequency. Okay, once again thank you for watching the video.